Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show. With me is Kevin Lerena, the former IBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you.
You're a very special guest once again. You've been my guest more than anybody else ever on the show. So we value your opinion, and obviously I want to chat to you about a big fight now coming up on the weekend. Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk. It's the rematch. It's a massive fight on the 20th of August this weekend, the Jeddah Superdome in Saudi Arabia. Usyk will be defending all his titles, the WBA, the IBF, the WBO, the IBO, all those titles. Obviously, he doesn't have the WBC because that still belongs to Tyson Fury, which we'll speak about a little bit about later. The big rematch, Kevin, do you think it can go any differently to the first fight where Anthony Joshua lost on points to the great Usyk?
I do think it can go differently. If Anthony Joshua implements a different game plan, a game plan of seek, maroon and destroy, put pressure on Usyk, try bully the smaller man. Usyk's a good boxer, he gets his head off the line really well. He's a technician in there. You could see a different result. However, I believe, as we've said, it's a 50-50 fight and it's very hard to pick a clear winner. Both guys are in terrific shape. Both guys are terrific fighters. Both guys are terrific punchers. So,
do you still think it's a 50-50 fight even after Usyk beat him quite convincingly in the first fight?
Most definitely. I think Anthony Joshua has got a good mindset. He's come back from defeat before, and he's come back to claim all the belts by beating Ruiz. Yes, Ruiz isn't Oleksandr Usyk and not the same style. However, I think it's still a 50-50 fight. Heavyweight boxing, I think almost all the time it's a 50-50 fight, but in particular this fight is very hard to call.
So you as Kevin Lerena, if you were Anthony Joshua, his trainer or him personally, what would you do to beat Oleksandr Usyk in the rematch?
Very seldom that I find myself being the bigger man. But if I was Anthony Joshua, you need to put a lot of pressure, throw a lot of power punches, bully the smaller man, cut the ring off. I mean, easier said than done. Usyk's a good mover. He gets his head off the center line, as I discussed. But if Joshua can cut that ring off and make the ring a little bit smaller for Usyk and land those big right hands and land those big uppercuts, which he's really good at, it'll be a hard night for Usyk. However, if Usyk finds his rhythm, it's a hard night for Joshua. Hence the 50-50 fight.
Yeah, but like you said, it is easier said than done. But you are right. If he's got any chance of winning, Anthony Joshua, he's 6'6". He's got a bully. He's 6'2", 6'3" man. But it is easier said than done because Usyk is such a fantastic boxer. He's crafty, and I personally don't think that Anthony Joshua, in his time now, since their first fight, has improved his boxing skills or can improve to beat a guy like Usyk. So I think he's going to jump on him. I think he's going to come with his size and try and bully him, which you're right, he needs to do. But I personally think Usyk will just be too smart to get there outbox him. But like you say, you're calling it 50-50. I'm going 60-40 Usyk this time. So, but a good fight.
Yeah, great fight. Great for the boxing world. Great for boxing in general. I just do think it comes down to game plans. The man, if Joshua's got the right game plan, he can win. And if Usyk's game plan's the same, if not better, he'll win. So I think game plans are the big focus on this fight. And Joshua does have a new trainer, so I wonder, let's see what the new trainer's done for him.
And as you would know, Kevin, and you're doing it so well of late, since your whole career really, but especially the last couple of years, it's who wants it most.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get in there. Pumrani MCB gave you a great compliment the other day when I interviewed him. He said, you've got the heart. You get in there with heart. And heart is a big thing. You know, it depends on Saturday night who wants it the most. You got two big guys in there. Usyk 6'2", 6'3". He's not a small guy, but he's short compared to Anthony Joshua at 6'6". Joshua needs to bully his man, but can he bully such a good boxer? And who wants it most on Saturday, I believe, will win.
Exactly. Heart plays a big role. Heart, skill, the will to win. Who wants the most? I think that's the best way to put it. And whose game plan is the better one on the night? Yeah. And who's able to execute the game plan?
Well, it's a massive fight. Let's talk about Usyk as a person. I wanted to chat to you about it. You know, I was Googling and I've been watching what's been going on with him as a boxing fan myself. The world heavyweight champion has gone into his homeland of Ukraine to go and help defend his country, you know, with the invasion of Russia. I mean, what a fantastic gesture from him, firstly. He doesn't need to. He's the world heavyweight champion, doesn't live in Ukraine permanently, but he's gone in there with this invasion to go and help his country. He's visiting people in the hospitals that are injured. And what a noble hero, inside and outside the ring. What do you think about a guy like that?
It's truly remarkable. Shows great humility and how passionate he is about his country. War's obviously a horrible thing to talk about and to be involved in, whether you're Russian or Ukrainians. It's horrible. But the fact that he's put it all on hold to go fight for his country shows a lot about his character. I've never met the guy. I've heard that he's a fairly decent guy. But
he's 4'3", South African. So he's got a bit of a relationship.
He knows the South Africans better than we know him.
Just hasn't fought this South African.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yes, God willing. I think he's a nice guy, and for what he's done for his country is remarkable. Take the boxing aspect out of it. It shows a lot of humility and loads of respect for that. So respect to him.
He's a hero inside and outside the ring. I actually wrote something down here. His promoter says he's training like a cyborg. I've never even heard of that name, which means going beyond human limitations. So it's nice with a cyborg. He's training like that. Kevin, the more important, even in the big fight on the weekend, from a South African point of view, let's talk about Kevin Lerena. Lights out, Empress Palace, 17th of September. Another big Golden Glove show. You the headline. You're fighting for a 12-round IBO Intercontinental Heavyweight title. Talk to us about your fight now with a Viking, Mariusz Wach from Poland, the 6'8" giant.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, biggest fight of my career. He's a big man, fought in some big cruiserweight fights, but he is the biggest fight of my career on paper and physically. It's going to be a good competitive matchup. I'm coming in there to do a job on the guy. He's coming in there to do a job on me. Like I said, heavyweight fights are 50-50 until the man with a better game plan succeeds. I know what I have to do to beat him.
I'm going with 60-40.
Okay, 60-40. Okay, not 70-30.
70-30.
Jokes. I know what I have to do to beat him. He's fought very big names, as you mentioned, Dillian White, Vladimir Klitschko, Jarrell Miller.
He's been in there with Huey
Fury, to name a few.
Some big names, yeah.
He fought for the Unified Heavyweight World Championship, so he's a credible opponent. He's a big name. He's a big man. I look forward to the challenge. I'm hungry for the challenge. Obviously, it's hard to find sparring of that stature in this country, but so be it. It's not going to derail me. I know what I have to do to win, and I'm going to stay true to my game plan. And if I can execute my game plan, I will be victorious, and I'm going out for the stoppage in a fan-friendly fight.
Yeah, fantastic. Well said, Kevin. It's only your third heavyweight fight, so you're still a baby in the heavyweight division. You're 30 years old. Like my career as a lightweight, junior lightweight, at 30 years old, you're like an old man already. You're only starting to mature at 30. So, 2 heavyweight fights. You've mowed them both down. You've done fantastically well in those 2 heavyweight fights. Yeah. Are we going to see that same explosive Kevin Lerena again at Empress Palace, which the crowd absolutely loved it. They were standing on their chairs just about when you were knocking that big man down. How do you see the fight going again on the 17th of September?
I'm all for fan-friendly fights. Since 2019, that's how I've wanted to conduct myself in my career. Obviously, being the smaller heavyweight, very silly to be on the back foot and try to outbox the bigger man. You can outbox the bigger man by attacking him, and your greatest form of defense is a strong attack, as you always said. So I'm going to put it on him. He's going to try to put it on me. It's going to be a chess match in terms of who lands who. He's big, he's strong, he's explosive. I know that. So am I. But how I execute my game plan is going to be special. And you asked, am I going to go out there and be explosive and do what I did versus Dinu? Well, that is the plan. Obviously, he's not Bogdan Dinu. 2 different men I'm fighting. One's more durable than the other. However, it just allows me to work more and to execute my game plan better. So I'm excited. The boxing fans should be excited. And we're just going to keep going. I think the sky's the limit, and I just want to keep winning.
Your game plan has been working very well in the last couple of years, where you're using attack now and you're jumping on your men. You might have thought earlier in your career you had nice boxing skills, but you're working more on fighting off the back foot. You didn't use your power. You never went out there and believed in your power. And it always seems to me like in the last couple of years, the last 4 years or so, you're jumping on the guys, and you got that Tyson peekaboo style now, and you're jumping. You're using your power and your strength to your advantage, which you've done fantastically well in the last couple of years. Are we going to see that same style coming on the 17th of September?
For sure. I think towards the middle part of my career, it was not a fan-friendly style. It was just trying to outbox the guys, and that's not fan-friendly. And I've realized that in heavyweight boxing, it's almost it's a force. You're going to be fan-friendly because it's big men fighting each other. And that peekaboo style, as much as I am strong, well, so is my opponent strong. So we're not there to see who's the stronger. We're going to use our style, our skills that Peter and I work on daily to execute the game plan. And that style is an explosive style. So I'm going to give you that explosive fight because that's my style. And that's the style I need to use in the heavyweights if I want to be a success.
Well, I must tell you, Pumlani Msebi, my fellow Supersport commentator as well, gave you a nice compliment the other day in the last interview I did with him. He said that Kevin Lerena comes in there with heart. He said, not only physically in great condition, which we know you are. He spoke about the heart. Now, the heart is a big thing. Heart means the guy getting there with the heart is the guy that wants to win. It's even like with Usyk and Joshua. The guy that wants to win the most will have the biggest heart. So you have got a big heart. You get in there with this fire, this power, and this heart. You want to win so desperately. And you can see it in your eyes and the way you fight at Empress Palace. So, yeah, we look forward to that big fight now on the 17th. And fantastic. Kevin Lerena, nice chatting to you again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And, yeah.
Final word from you, what the fans can expect on the 17th of September at Empress Palace on the Golden Glove Show.
The fans can expect something explosive, coming there to win. And I appreciate all the fans. You know, the fans in my last fight were electric. The last Golden Glove Show was electric, the fight between Rocknap and Brandon Taser. It's going to be very hard to beat that excitement. Two smaller guys going at each other. But I'm going to be there and to do what I do best, and it's going to bring the KO show to Empress Palace.
And of course, it's called Lights Out.
Yeah.
So you're predicting a Lights Out?
100%.
Thank you, Kevin Lerena. I'll still call you the former undefeated cruiserweight champion of the world, and now undefeated as a heavyweight. Thank you for being my guest. We appreciate it very much. From me, Brian Mitchell.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show.